Welcome to the month of March. We have made it through January and February. And before we dive deep into this month, I thought, let me make a quick video just to share what I've been up to and what's coming up that I'm offering this month. So January and February were two really deep feeling months for me. And I spent a lot of my time befriending death, loss, and grief and how they show up in my life. And I started leaning into my love of and practice of writing poetry. And this week I've been sharing some snippets from my poetry, and the poetry has turned into love letters to and from death, loss, and grief. So I wanted to share a few of those today. The first one is a love letter to death, loss, and grief, part 1. Dear death, loss, and grief, my heart breaks open. The breaking is born out of wounds. The wounds unleash a wailing that becomes a mourning song that expresses death, loss, and grief. How long will I sing this song? How long will it take for my wounds from death, loss, and grief to fully heal? How long? How long? How long? Love me. So let me talk a little bit about how these love letters that revealed themselves in the form of poetry started. They started back in January, and in my meditation, I was getting these promptings, and I started writing them in my sketchbook, which is my healing balm of creative medicine. I've been using my sketchbook for a number of years now to draw, to write, to express my emotions, my dreams, my feelings. And since my mom, Teresa, made her peaceful transition on July 9th in 2023 and became my loving, wise, and well ancestor that I talk to every day, I've really been leaning into drawing and writing and expressing how I'm feeling, the divine downloads that I get from spirit, from my mom, from my other loving, wise, and well ancestors, and all of my spiritual tribe. All of it's been in my sketchbooks and in my journals. And so I started listening to what was being revealed to me in meditation. And after meditation, I would write down what was coming through. And they started coming in the form of poetry and love letters. And so this short one that I just shared, the love letter to death, loss, and grief, part 1, had a response. And that was really amazing to see what death, loss, and grief had to say to me. I thought it was going to be a lot longer, and it was not. It was really straight to the point. Dear Ananda, we don't have the answers you're seeking. There is no time limit to death, loss, and grief. We don't adhere to time. We are beyond it. All we can recommend is that you surrender. Love, DLG. They use their initials, death, loss, and grief. So that was another short poem that came to me through meditation. One of the things that I decided to do this year was to really lean into and follow the wisdom that I get in my divine downloads, in my prayer time, in my meditation time, in my Reiki time, in my yoga, my walking, my tapping, all my mindful practices. And one of the things that I've been called to do is to share how I am learning to embrace thriving mindfully with death, loss, and grief. And this idea of a Grief and You retreat came at the beginning of the year, and it's been flushed out and continues to get flushed out with the support of all of my spiritual entities and folks that are signing up to attend, and they're reflecting what they're needing in a survey that I'm using to support those that attend these monthly retreats. So the first monthly retreat is March the 17th from 2 to 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will be offered through Zoom. There are 3 different ways that you can participate because I wanted to make sure that more people could have access to it. So there are 3 different payment options. There's one for $60, one for $90, and one for $120. You can pick which one works best for you, which one you can afford. And during the session, what I'm hoping to do, one, is to first create safe space for you to be vulnerable, to explore, to express your own experience with death, loss, and grief. The second is to be able to share tips and tools and lessons that I'm learning. The third is to create a safe and sacred community that we can all lean into and receive support from. I want to invite you, if you feel called to check out anandalik.com/events to sign up. Now, there will be additional monthly retreats throughout the rest of 2024. We've got another one coming up on Saturday, April the 13th from 2 to 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The next one after that is May the 5th. Then the next one after that is June 30th. The summer and fall dates will be posted on the website in late June. So check out anandalik.com/events and look for more of me sharing my journey and this wonderful series of love letters that are showing up as poetry to death, loss, and grief, and from death, loss, and grief. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.